And we should be good. Oh. Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Gavin, and I'm here on the What Happened podcast, of course, with my partner, Liam, here. Yo. And today we're going to try to make this a regular podcast. So if you haven't, please follow my Twitch and YouTube to get more of this podcast and my other content. And maybe if you guys like it enough, we'll make an own channel for this. So please. Anyway, today, all we'll basically be doing is going through every single team and going through their record. All 32 teams, yes. I stream with Jackson and Josh. You think that keeps family friendly? Hello, Michael. So this is me and my friend Liam's new podcast. What happened? It's a football broadcast basically. But anyways, okay, let's just get this started. So Liam, our very first team is the Los Angeles Chargers.
Is the internet down?
Huh? No, it's working.
I can't get a movie.
I don't know. But anyways, so I think the Chargers are going to be a very good team this year. What about you? I really think, I have high hopes for the Chargers. Yeah, I mean, last year they were a big letdown, but I think they have a shot at the division this year. When you look at all the hits the Chiefs took, how many players they lost, I think the Chargers have a legit shot at winning the division. So, oh, hey, Mango Man. Yeah, I started a podcast, too. All right, anyways, yeah. So, oh, hey, Mango Man. Yeah, I started a podcast. Mm-hmm. Wait, what is happening? Hello, hello. Yeah, I just realized there's a big problem. Oh, no, what is happening? No. Wait. Yes, we have internet. I'm connected to it, Dad. Hello, hello. I got it for a minute, and it went away. Hello, hello.
What happened?
I just realized I can't hear you this entire time. Hello.
You couldn't hear
Hello.
me this entire
Hello.
time?
No, I could hear you. It's stream couldn't. Hello, hello. It works for a
Oh.
second and it goes away. Hello, hello. What the frick? Wait, Liam, talk.
Huh?
That should work. That should be working. Talk one more time.
Is it working?
Hello, hello. Yeah, sorry. I just realized you guys couldn't hear Liam this entire time. Liam, talk. Okay, I got it working. It's working now. It's working now. It's working now. It's working now.
It's all good?
It's all good. So they basically didn't hear your whole rant. But that's fine.
Alright.
That's
It's
fine.
alright.
So we're going to go week 1, Chargers at home against the Las Vegas Raiders. I think you have to give it to the Chargers when they're at home. Now, if you're in Las Vegas, I think the Raiders really got a huge shot at winning that game. But I think if the Chargers are at home, they're getting the dub. Here's an interesting one. Chargers and Chiefs with the Chiefs at home.
I think
the Chiefs. I think Chiefs. I think when the Chiefs are at home, because I think the Chiefs are going to be a good team when they're at home. I just can't imagine them on the way, But
I don't know. Because
I think
the Chargers.
I think the Chiefs and Chargers are definitely splitting 1-1 this year. I think, but I don't.
Yeah, I would. think I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs this time because they're at Arrowhead. You know how loud it
Yeah.
gets over there. Like, it's crazy. So
Um,
I think they will get it.
Chiefs are obviously beating the Jags in Week 3. Not even a question. Um,
You say that now, just wait.
yeah. They're
imagine,
beating the
imagine they just
Texans in Houston. They beat the Browns. I'm sorry, they beat the Browns with who is it gonna be? Josh Rosen, maybe even. So
wait. Is it Josh? No, isn't it Jacoby Brissett?
it's Jacoby Brissett, but they shine Josh Rosen, so you never know.
There's no way that you play Josh Rosen over Jacoby Brissett. I mean, let's be serious.
It is Cleveland. Oh, Michael said hi.
What's up?
So next week, ooh, this is interesting. Denver Broncos and Los Angeles Chargers here in Week 7 in Las Vegas, or Week 6 in Las Vegas. This one's kind of
You
hard.
mean wait? You mean they're playing? The Chargers are playing at home?
Yeah, Chargers are playing at home.
I'm just gonna say Chargers.
I'm gonna say Chargers. I maybe would think
Yeah.
Broncos, but I can see what you mean, Chargers. Yeah, I kind of agree. Right now they're 5-1. I think Chargers gotta beat Seattle at home. They gotta,
For sure.
Even though it's off the bye week, they're gonna beat the Falcons. You know?
I think they will too. Yeah, I don't think that it'll be.
I think the Niners beat the Chargers at home.
If they play in San Francisco.
They play in San Francisco. I think the Niners get the win. Honestly,
Mm,
Trey Lance. I mean, but they're at home. Is my thing.
but Trey Lance has barely played any
But
time
you
in
have
the
to think
NFL.
this is also Week 10, so Trey Lance is going to be played 8 or 9 games at this point.
That's true,
You got to think
but
about
you
that.
don't
He's
really
going to
know.
have somewhat experience by this point of the game, but I don't know.
It's just Gavin. Look, when you have Trey Lance, who he will have some experience, but he's gonna have to face pressure from Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa at both sides.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there, but I don't know how the Chargers' O-line is going to hold up against Nick Bosa. I think
That's
they're going to
true.
get eaten
That
up
is,
by
yeah.
Nick Bosa, and I just don't see that offense moving, that really good offense, because Nick Bosa, Keenlaw, like that Niners D-line, who's probably one of the best, if not the best D-line in the league, is going to eat that O-line up, as my only,
I think it's gonna be a defensive game, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. So do you think the Niners or Chargers pull it out?
I don't care if this is like.
We could go the
Crazy
tie
to you.
route. Big predictions tie. We could
Nah. I think the Chargers are gonna win by just by a score. I think it's gonna come down to the last second.
Chargers are
Whoever
going to
gets
win by
the
a score. Okay.
Yeah,
I can get
I
behind that.
think so.
I think the Chargers beat the Chiefs since they lost to the Chiefs earlier in the year.
Because they play at home. Yeah.
Ooh, does Arizona beat the Chargers in Arizona?
It really depends on how Kyler plays.
It depends on how Kyler plays. I agree.
Yeah.
But I feel
'Cause,
like
he
it could
was
happen.
good. He was good towards the start of the season, and then towards the end, he just kind of went
Yeah,
down.
this is week 12, so
that's hard. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't wanna just give all the wins to the Chargers, but it's just sometimes it just makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
so you think Chargers beat Arizona here?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I think the Raiders beat the Chargers this time around. I think Chargers and
In Las
Raiders
Vegas?
also go 1-1.
In Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas this time. I
Yeah,
think they go
yeah.
1-1 like they go 1-1 with the Chiefs, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, the
Yeah.
Chargers
I'll
are
take
10-2 right now.
Do you think that the Chargers will get the first round bye?
Honestly, looking at this AFC, maybe. I think it's honestly, I think Bills. I think Bills are getting that bye, honestly.
Really? The
Yeah,
Bills?
Bills are probably my personal favorite to go to the Super Bowl, if not win it.
Oh, I
the
forgot
Bills-
that the Bills.
The
They
Bills
picked
are
up Von
good.
Miller.
Now, their Chargers record is going to be really good because they don't have to face the Bills. So that could factor into who gets the bye. But I think in terms head-to-head, Bills, Chargers, playoffs, it's going to be Bills. That's my You know.
I forgot that they picked up Von Miller.
Yeah. Dolphins Chargers is an interesting one. It just depends on how Tua plays. You know. But
Yeah,
it's in Los Angeles.
I'm
So
taking the Chargers. I'm
I'm
taking
taking
the
the
Chargers.
Chargers. Tennessee and Chargers, I feel like you have to go Chargers again. Like I know they're 12-2 right now, but when you really look at it, the Chargers are 3-2 in division. Their division play's not that great. It's just they're
Are
getting
they
pushovers out of division most of the
are they
time.
playing in
So
tennis? Are they playing in Tennessee?
no, they're playing in Los Angeles. That's why I'm like Chargers all the way. I do not see Tennessee beating the Chargers.
Uh, I think because they don't have. Listen, they don't have the Titans. Don't have AJ Brown
Tony
anymore.
Michael.
They got Robert Woods, but nah. Yeah, I would take the Chargers. Yeah, I would take the Chargers.
Ooh, Chargers or Colts in Indianapolis.
You might think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna take the Colts with an upset.
I agree. Honestly,
I
Matt
feel like
Ryan at home. I feel like Matt Ryan's one of the most underrated players when he's at home. Matt Ryan is actually really good when he's at home, so I can
yeah,
totally see that happening.
he's just had a bad team around him for most of his career.
Ooh. Rams and Chargers. Now, home field advantage doesn't even matter. They play in the same
Yeah.
stadium. Week 17.
Is it on prime time?
No, it's on Sunday. I think Rams. I think Rams beat out the Chargers here in Week 17. You know?
I think, yeah, I take Rams. Yeah, because bro, they have Bobby Wagner, Aaron Donald, who was it? They have Jalen Ramsey. Do they still have Eric Weddle? Is he still on the roster?
What'd you say, sorry?
Oh no, never mind.
Week
No,
18 now. We have the Los Angeles Chargers on the road against the Denver Broncos. I'm giving it to Russell Wilson, the Broncos, I think. Because you gotta think
on the road.
at this situation, you're on the road and you're already a good solid what were you 12-4? You're probably gonna not really be playing your starters at that point, right? And you're on the road against Russell Wilson, who may or may not be starting or not. But I feel like the Broncos, even if all starters are playing, are getting that win. You agree?
I'll take I'll take.
So
that.
that means the Chargers would end up being 12-5 on the year.
That sounds right to me.
But
that sounds
they
right.
were only 3-3 in division play, which is interesting. You know? But that division's like one of the best divisions, if not the best division in football, so.
Yeah, I think that sounds right to me. That sounds right.
Ooh, Chiefs is the team we'll be doing next, so we're just doing all AFC West, guys. Chiefs and Cardinals week 1 in Arizona. I think Chiefs lose week 1.
I think the Cardinals beat the Chiefs.
I think they lose week 1, not even because the Cardinals are good. Like, yes, the Cardinals are good, but
Wait.
well, not good, but like decent. Cardinals are
But
a
they don't
decent
have-
team.
They don't have Chandler Jones anymore.
It's true, but honestly,
have
did
G-
you ever hear Chandler Jones being an elite player? Did you ever really hear that in the past couple of years? Were you really
I only
hearing much
heard
about him?
that. I only heard that like week 1 when he got like 5 sacks or something like that. But that's
Yeah,
it.
and then he did nothing the rest of the year. So, I don't think it's a big loss for the Cardinals. And it just depends on how Kyler Murray plays. And the Chiefs, they lost all these players, so they're going to be trying to get back into the groove here in week 1. So they're not going to be able to get into that groove by week 1 and lose to the Cardinals.
Wait, Gavin, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Chiefs and their wide receiver roster, who do you think is going to be wide receiver 1 on the Chiefs?
Honestly, I would probably say McCall Hardman as the logical one, but I think Juju may have a comeback year. I think Juju may surprise some people. Now, I don't even know if that's going to happen, but it's possible. So.
So are you saying that you would put like Juju at wide receiver 1, McCole at wide receiver 2, and then maybe MVS in the slot?
MVS definitely in the slot. I'm probably start with Hardman in my receiver 1. See how Juju's doing at receiver 2, and after a couple games, decide if I want to move him up to receiver 1. I feel like would be my move.
All right. Imagine McCole Hardman just becomes a breakout player, like the next Tyreek Hill on the Chiefs.
Possible, but as we know, they beat the Chargers week 2, we said, on Thursday
Yeah.
night primetime. Week 3, Chiefs
Against the
and
Colts.
Colts. I want to give it to the Chiefs, but like Matt Ryan again.
I think I'm gonna pick the Colts, and that's only it's mainly because of the defense.
Yeah.
Because you got to think they got Darius Leonard, Kenny Moore, DeForest Buckner, Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, yeah. Gilmore, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the Colts, and they're playing at Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts.
I'd say next week they're losing to the Bucks. In Tampa Bay, especially. They're losing to the Bucks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
are
I
the
agree.
Chiefs really going to go on a 1-3 start?
I don't know. I mean, it really depends on how that chemistry is. And they lost Tyrann Matthew as well. You got to remember that.
Yeah,
they have
that's what I'm saying now. Like, their defenses, their secondary struggling, definitely.
They do have Juan Thornhill, but he hasn't really broken out yet. So
I think the Chiefs come back after 2 straight losses and beat the Raiders at home. I think
they're playing in Arrowhead.
Yeah, they're playing in Arrowhead, especially. I think they come back with a win here and beat the Raiders. Do you agree?
Dude, it's like, bro, it's just like Devontae Adams just could
I
do
know
some
Devontae
damage,
Adams, but like, I
And they have,
don't.
bro,
I just.
Gavin, look, I know it might be.
I can't will myself to say the Chiefs go 1-4 in the start of the season. I can't do that. Like,
I know it sounds weird, but you got to remember against the Raiders, they have Devontae, Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs.
so you don't think the Raiders just split 1-1? They go 0-2 against the Raiders? Is that what you're saying here?
No, I think they go 1-1. But wait, are they playing in Arrowhead?
They're playing in Arrowhead the first time. That's why I'm saying they get this win here the first time.
I'll take the Chiefs on that one, just because it's an Arrowhead.
Yeah, that's the only reason I was like, they're in Arrowhead. I think the Bills maybe upset the Chiefs here at Arrowhead. I think the Bills beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead here.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are just gonna be lighting them up.
But I
lighting up the secondary.
I think the Chiefs get their first away win in Week 7 by beating the Niners, though. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. But like you gotta remember. Didn't the Chiefs lose like an old lineman or two, like one of their starting?
Yeah.
And they have Nick Bosa and
Nick.
Javon Kinlaw.
That almost wants me to say Niners win it, but again, Trey Lance. This is Week 7, so Trey Lance is still gonna be,
Yeah, he's still gonna be warming up. I'm thinking
like I have to stay with Chiefs.
I'm taking the Niners.
Niners.
I know, like, I'm not, like, let me give my... It's not that I don't believe in the Chiefs, but I feel like the defense is just going to hold the Chiefs back. It's going to be able to stop the Chiefs, and then I feel like San Francisco's running game is just going to... I don't know. I just feel like it's going to help them a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Trey Lance is going to light them up or anything, but I'm going to take the Niners for now.
All right. I feel like off the bye, the Chiefs are just gonna start getting things together, and they're gonna beat the Titans.
I agree.
I feel like they beat the Jags, no question.
Yeah, for sure.
They lose to the Chargers. I just don't. I almost want to say Chiefs beat Rams and Arrowhead, but I don't know, dude.
No. I have to take the Rams, bro.
Yeah, I think I
Come
do
on.
too.
Because, bro, it's Cooper Cup,
Yeah, Cooper
Van
Cup.
Jefferson,
Are
Allen
the
Robinson.
Chiefs really gonna be 4-7 right now? 4-7.
I think they pick, depending on who they play, I think they pick it up towards the end of the year and get like a wild card spot, maybe. It
Bengals. Bengals in Cincinnati. They're not winning that game.
Mm,
I mean, Broncos in Denver. You're not winning that game. I feel
what
like
if the Chiefs get an upset in Cincinnati? Do you think that's possible?
I'll believe it. I'll say Chiefs get the upset against Cincinnati.
Because like Cincinnati didn't really do anything over the offseason, right?
Yeah.
They lost TJ Uzama.
Mhm.
I think they can pull an upset. But I think it could go back and forth, maybe.
I think Broncos definitely win at home against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs beat Texans. Right? Agreed?
Yeah, of course.
Chiefs
No way
beat
they don't.
Seahawks. And then I think the Chiefs come back and beat the Broncos in Arrowhead. Do you agree?
Yeah, they have home
Yeah,
field
this is where they
advantage.
start picking it up. But I think they lose. I think they lose to the Raiders in Las Vegas in Week 18, though.
Didn't we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what
are the
would their
Chiefs
record be?
really going 8-9? Are we
Dude,
really saying that?
I feel like the Chiefs might be third or fourth in their division. I'm just saying that.
I
I
mean,
feel like it's
they
gonna
have
be.
a
I feel
really
like
tough schedule. So like,
yeah, they do.
and but
Like,
I
think about
can't
it.
imagine saying Chiefs are gonna be 8-9. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, it's
Their division has just gotten so much better.
yeah. Are we leaving Chiefs at 8-9?
Yeah, I think so.
Broncos are next. So far, we have them going 2-2 so far from the other schedules we've looked at. I think they're getting the win on Monday Night Prime Time.
Against
In Week 1 against the Seahawks. It's
yeah,
gonna be Russell
yeah.
Wilson's revenge game. He's gonna get that W.
And Baker Mayfield is playing against the Browns as well.
Dude,
Week
I'm
1.
looking at this Broncos schedule. They have a very mild schedule, at least in the first half. Like, you could see them have a high record the first half because their schedule is just... Like, they're beating the Texans at home. That's not a question. They're beating the Niners at home. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I do think they lose to the Raiders in Las Vegas, though. You think? Or you think they beat the Raiders and go 2-0 against the Raiders?
In Vegas, I see the Broncos beating the Raiders
in Las Vegas. You think they
Yeah.
also beat them at home? I would say, yeah, maybe the Broncos go 2-0 against the Raiders.
Gavin, this feels like we're just all over the place.
Yeah, it really does. I just don't know, dude. It's so hard because these are we're in the toughest division, so it's like all of these teams are good, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, what do you think? Do they split 1-1? Do the Broncos go 2-0? What do you think?
I think they go 2-0.
I think they pick up a win against the Colts here at home. I would maybe say, maybe the Colts get the upset, though. You know? The Colts are just that team that seems to be, that can upset a lot of people, you know? So, I don't know. You think we go for the upset, or we just play it safe and say Broncos beat Colts? On
They're
Thursday
playing in
night
Denver.
prime time. They're playing in Denver Thursday night prime time.
I see the Colts. Or, I mean, I see the Broncos winning.
All right. I think Broncos beat Jets. Even though the Jets, I feel like, they're just a very young team. They're very talented. I think, honestly, hot take, the Jets are going to be a competing playoff team in 2 years. Just not this season.
It depends on their draft and their moves and things like that. Maybe
because their draft this year was incredible. They had
a
very good draft. So those guys just need a couple years to develop, and they could be a competing team. But they're not this year. I almost just want to do a meme and say Jaguars beat the Broncos. Brandon, you should get Brandon on here or something. That would be that would be interesting, Michael. You want to do it for the memes?
It's up to you on that one. I'm gonna let you handle it.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't go with the meme, even though of how funny it is. There's just no possible way, you know. Even though the Jags are home, though. What do you think? The Jags are home. Is the thing.
Yeah, but like, their wide receiver one is either Christian Kirk or that Marvin Jones, and they're going to be going against people like Patrick Surtain and Justin Simmons. Like,
yeah, you're right. Does Tennessee, though, another AFC South team, get an upset off the Broncos at Tennessee after the Broncos bye week?
Does Tennessee get a upset? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think Tennessee gets an upset. Because you got to think about it. They're at home, and the Broncos are coming off a bye week, which, you know, they've been going on a roll, so they're probably sitting back lazy, not, you know, having a rest for the bye week instead of working because they've been having a good record. So I think the Titans jump on them by surprise and get a win after the bye week.
I can see that.
I think the Panthers maybe even beat the Broncos. That may seem crazy, but hear me out. Carolina's at home. Baker is notoriously known for playing terrible against bad teams and good against good teams. So, you know.
I think they're gonna lose back to back.
You think
to the Panthers and to the Titans?
Well, they have the Raiders in between that they get a win at home.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, in between, and then they lose to the Panthers. I think they lose to the Ravens in Baltimore the next week after they lose to the Panthers.
You think they lose? Do you really think they'll lose to the Ravens?
I mean, you still have good people. I mean, you're right. I don't know.
Dude, because like their wide receivers are Rashad Bateman and Devin Duvernay.
Hey, look, Devin Duvernay's underrated. Even though I do feel like Devin Duvernay's a little underrated, he's not that underrated. That's just my Texas fan coming at me. But, yeah, you're probably right. Broncos get the win. Then they beat the Chiefs at home in Week 14. I feel like they beat Arizona at home. I feel like they lose to the Rams.
I think the Rams beat them as well. Yeah. Wait, are they playing in LA? They're playing in LA.
They're playing in LA.
Yeah, I think the Rams beat them.
And they lose to the Chiefs in Arrowhead, and then they beat the Chargers in Denver, and that finishes it out. So we have the Broncos going 12-5 and 4-2 in their division. So the Chargers and Broncos have the same record. You feel like that's fair?
feel like the Chargers are slightly better, but that's just me. But
I feel
I
like
think
it's
it's
just
cool.
how the schedule works out. You know,
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Yeah. I think yeah.
the Raiders are the last team so far. I feel like we've kind of done them dirty. They've been 2-4 this time so far. Let's just see how it goes. I think they do lose to the Chargers in the opener. Agree.
Yeah, I think the
I
Chargers
think
will
they
beat them.
bounce back and beat the Cardinals at home.
They're playing in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Does Tennessee get the upset at home against the Raiders?
No. I see the
No.
Raiders
Yeah,
beating.
Raiders. Okay. Then they lose to the Broncos at home, because we said the Broncos were going 2-0 against them. They
Yeah.
lose to the Chiefs at home, which we said earlier. Or not at home, at Arrowhead, excuse me. Lose to the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Then they have their bye week in week 6, an early bye for them. I think in week 7 they beat the Texans. Agreed?
Of course.
Ooh, do the Saints beat them in New Orleans?
I see the Saints beating them in New Orleans because
Yeah,
they just have
I do
the
too.
dome is just so loud.
Do
They
we
got
go with
Jarvis
the meme?
Landry.
Jaguars beat Raiders in Jacksonville. Do
Is
we
it
go with the
crazy that
meme?
I'm thinking? Is it crazy that I'm thinking there could be an upset with this?
I feel like Jaguars are the team that randomly beat a good team one week, and we haven't had
They
them
did
do
that.
it yet.
They did that with the Bills last. They did that with the Bills last year. Remember?
Yeah, you think we do it?
This might come back to bite us, but I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think Raiders beat Colts at home. They bounce back.
Yeah.
But then we said the Broncos are gonna beat them again in Denver. I think they beat the Seahawks in Seattle. You agree?
Yeah.
I think
so.
the Rams beat them in Los Angeles, though, the next week.
Yeah, I see that as well.
I think they beat the Patriots in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's in Las Vegas. I'd maybe give it to the Patriots if it was in Foxborough, but I think they beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett. It's either going to be Kenny Pickett or Mitchell Trubisky. I'm giving it to the Raiders. And you agree with that?
Yeah.
I think the Raiders take care of the Niners in Las Vegas. You think?
The Raiders take care of the who?
Niners. Because the Raiders have a decent O-line, and you can keep Darren Waller back to block if you need to. I feel like they can eliminate Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I think the Raiders will beat them. Yeah.
And then we have the Raiders beating the Chiefs at home in Week 18, meaning the Raiders would finish 10-7 on the year. You feel like that's fair for the Raiders? 10-7?
I don't think that's bad.
So
maybe a little disrespectful.
At least right now, the AFC West is Broncos at 12-5, Chargers at 12-5, Raiders at 10-7, and the Chiefs at 8-9.
I don't think it's bad.
No. All right, let's go to the AFC East now. Going from West to East, Buffalo Bills. This is the big boy team, I feel like, in the AFC. But they have a tough Week 1 matchup. Maybe even a possible Super Bowl matchup is Rams-Bills Week 1. Thursday night prime time. First game of the NFL season in Los Angeles. Who do you think gets the dub?
This is going to be a good game.
It is going to be a really good kickoff game. I want to give it to the Rams, though, but I don't know. I'm conflicted.
I'm taking the Bills.
Really? Bills in Los Angeles?
I think the Bills. I think so. I think they can.
I'm down
I
with
think
it.
they'll, I think they'll get like a surprise, not like a surprise, but like a last second. Like I think they'll get like a miracle or something like that, and it'll just, I don't know. I can just see in my head the Bills beating the Rams in week 1.
I'm feeling like Bills beat Titans at home.
Yeah,
Do the Dolphins beat the Bills in Miami? You know, they got Tyreek now.
Tyreek. Did you say Tyreek here?
My English is bad, and we don't talk about that.
uh, I take. You know what, Gavin? You can hate me. I take the Bills.
Yeah, Bills beat Ravens, even in Baltimore, I think. You know,
Yeah, I think they will.
Bills are gonna beat the Steelers. We already said the Bills are gonna beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Bills are gonna beat the Packers off the bye at home. You think?
Beat the Packers?
Yeah.
I think they will.
They beat the Jets even in New York. You think?
Yeah. I mean, they have to, right?
Yeah. Do you think the Bills beat the Vikings in Buffalo? I think
Oh,
they
in
do.
Buffalo? Yeah. If it was in Minnesota, I would take the upset with the Vikings, but in in Buffalo, I would have to take them.
I have them beating the Browns week 11, I think. Bills are stacked. Yeah, Michael, they are. In my opinion, they're the best team in the league. Only I feel like, don't you agree, Liam?
Yeah, most likely.
Um, I feel like the Bills are beating the Lions.
Wait, I just forgot about something.
What?
Jordan Poyer, you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he injured?
Yeah, but that
I don't think
secondary's so good. I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think it's gonna mess him up too bad, but I do
No.
think it might have an effect.
No. Who do you think that will be?
Hmm?
You think that would be the Dolphins?
In Buffalo?
No, Dolphins in Miami.
Oh,
Because we said that in week 3 the Bills are gonna win, but with Jordan Poyer injured and Tyreek Hill on the field,
that's true. But they might, like, Tua might not be able to get it to Tyreek Hill all the time, though, like Patrick Mahomes could.
Yeah. So you want to keep it the same for now?
Yeah.
I think the Patriots beat the Bills in Foxborough. I'm going with it on Thursday night prime.
You really think so?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a hot take. I'm gonna say the Bills and Patriots split in the season. Hot take.
Gavin.
Hot take. Hot take. All right, listen. Matt Jones has proven that he can be a reliable, very good starter. Could even possibly be a leader in a few years. And you're looking at it like, look, they improved some of his own line situation, or at least tried. We don't know how Lindstrom's gonna freaking be, but they I don't know. I feel like he just has so much. Still, he has all those weapons at tight end. He's gonna be a more experienced quarterback. Even then, he took a fight to Tom Brady and the Bucks last season. So, is it really crazy that he brings up a huge fight against the Bills and squeaks out a win? Is that really
Gavin.
crazy?
Gavin,
At home?
Listen. That's Mac Jones, but you got to look at the defense, okay?
Mm.
You got, look, on the Bills, you got Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis. We don't know how well he's going to be. Jamison Crowder, who's not the best, but would you say he's reliable?
Yeah.
Then you got Dawson Knox. You have all that power, and they have, They have Devin McCourty, who's older now. He's still good, but he's not the best. Kyle Duggar, who is good. Who are their corners? Do you know any of their corners?
Not off the top of my head, honestly. I mean, I get
Like,
what you're saying, but I feel like if there's going to be an upset game, that's going to be the game. You know? Like,
it
if
could
there's
be,
going to
but
be an upset, that's going to be the game on Thursday night primetime.
it could be, but I don't know. I just don't see the Patriots
You
beating
really
them.
see the Bills going 2-0 against the Patriots?
I think they will. They
I'll
went
give it to
into
you, yeah.
they went into Foxborough last year and stomped them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they beat the Jets. You know? They
Yeah,
beat the
what's their
Dolphins
record
at
right now?
home.
What's their record right now?
14-0. They
Okay.
beat the Bears.
Of course, that's gonna be a slaughter.
I kind of want to say Bengals win it in Week 17 in Cincinnati. I kind of want to say that.
I'll take that. I'll take the Bengals beating them.
And then the Bills beat the Patriots again and win. Or do we have the Patriots winning? Because the Bills would probably be resting their starters for the bye. So, since they already have the
you can
bye,
say
so do
that.
we say Patriots actually beat the Bills here in Buffalo?
I think, I'll agree with you on that. Yeah.
So, Bills would go 15-2 is what we're saying.
I don't think that's unbelievable. I think that's a good prediction.
All right, the Patriots are next. We've had them 1-2 so far. Week 1, I feel like they lose to the Dolphins. You want to bite me on that, or? I mean, because they're in Miami, you know?
Yeah, but I swear the Patriots have been playing the Dolphins for like the past 2 years or something like that. for week 1.
Yeah.
I think I gotta give it to the Patriots. Just because it's week 1, it's the start of the season. You don't know how well Tua is gonna be with his new
I agree
receivers.
with you. I would say that. I'm also saying Patriots beat Steelers in Week 2 in Pittsburgh. So they get back-to-back away wins to start the season, I think. It's going to be Kenny Pickett's second ever game. I feel like Mac Jones, the Patriots, taking that W.
Yeah, I can see that. Wait, it's either Kenny Pickett or Mitchell Trubisky. Aren't they starting Trubisky?
No, I
About?
think they named the starter Pickett. I think they named Pickett the starter recently.
Oh, I don't think I heard about that.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I think that's what I heard. And you also have to think, is it crazy to say if Davis Mills was in this latest draft class, he would be the first quarterback off the board? So does that really show how skillful Kenny Pickett is at all? You know? Like, because that's what some people have been saying. Some people have been saying if Davis Mills was in this past quarterback class, he would be the first quarterback going off the board. So,
Yeah.
but Davis Mills ain't a bad quarterback either, though. I feel like he's a reliable starter in Houston, honestly. He's just not great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
I feel like the Patriots beat Baltimore in Foxborough. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But I think the Packers beat the Patriots in Green Bay though the next week. Because I know how weak Green Bay really is right now, but you got to think they are in Green Bay. Like, I don't know. I could see the Patriots winning this game, but I could also see the Packers winning this game. What do you think?
I think the Packers are going to come and beat them.
Yeah. I think they bounce back and beat the Lions, though. No question. They beat the Browns, because this is going to be a Browns team still without Deshaun Watson. They beat the Bears. You agree with this so far?
Yeah.
Do you think the Jets have a chance at the Patriots in New York? Or no?
Not right now, I don't think so.
I think Patriots beat the Colts in Foxborough. I can maybe see the Patriots winning this game, but you know, what do you think the Colts actually win this game or
They're playing in Indianapolis or
no in
Foxborough?
Foxborough?
That's tough. That's tough, really.
Yeah, week 9. I don't know. I
I
almost want to
don't.
give it to the
I don't
Colts,
know.
but I'm gonna say
I don't know,
Patriots.
Gavin.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, I don't
Patriots.
know. I can't say
I
anything
think the
on that.
Patriots win off the bye against the Jets at home. I think the Vikings beat the Patriots in Week 12, Thursday night primetime in Minnesota. I honestly think that happens, you know.
Okay.
We said the Bills were going to beat the Patriots in Foxborough. Ooh, here's the question. Do the Patriots beat the Cardinals in Arizona? But this is on Monday night primetime, but this is also off the Cardinals bye week. What do you think?
What do you think?
I was going to say Cardinals, but Cardinals coming off that bye, I think I'm going Cardinals. Just for the fact they're coming off a bye and it's a Monday night game, meaning they're going to get more than a week off. You know, and the Patriots would have just played a Thursday night primetime against the Bills.
Yeah, that is true.
I think the Cardinals, even though head-to-head, Patriots are the better team in terms of their chemistry with each other. I just think the Cardinals are going to be more well-rested, you know?
Yeah, I think the Cardinals. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Cardinals.
We had the Raiders beating the Patriots in Las Vegas. I still agree with that. Ooh, do the Patriots get an upset over the Bengals in Foxborough?
Do the Bengals?
Yeah, do the Patriots upset the Bengals in Foxborough?
I don't think so. I think the Bengals will win.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot. Cincinnati did upgrade a little bit. They got Lyle Collins, remember?
Yeah, they got Lyle Collins from us, yeah.
I forgot, bro. I forgot about that.
I think the Patriots beat the Dolphins in Foxborough again. You agree?
Yeah.
And then they beat the Bills because the Bills are resting their starters in Week 18.
Yeah.
So we have the Patriots going 11-6.
That's more than I expected, but I don't think that's bad.
It's not unreasonable, honestly. Jets. Okay. So far, we've had the Jets going 0-5. So, ooh, do they upset Baltimore in the opener at home? Does that happen? I feel like that happens, honestly.
I don't know. Because, I know the Jets are not the best team. Or I know the Ravens are not the best team, but, you can't. I feel like Lamar Jackson is just underrated. He doesn't really have a good offense, but he's just underrated. He can really make things happen.
So, you're still thinking Baltimore?
Yeah, I have to say Baltimore.
I think the Jets beat the Browns in Week 2 in Cleveland. I mean, what is it going to be? Jacoby Brissett? Come on. Come on. Come on. The Jets are getting an upset, if you can even call them an upset.
Okay.
I think the Bengals are going to beat the Jets. Now, here's an interesting game. Is this a chance for Kenny Pickett to get his first win? Possibly, depending on their schedule. It's the Jets and Steelers in Pittsburgh. I kind of want to give this to the Steelers, but I also kind of want to give this to the Jets. I don't know.
I think Steelers win. I think Steelers beat them.
Yeah.
Because they have a really good defense as well. And they have George Pickens.
Now, do they upset the Dolphins at home? I think maybe Week 5. I think they maybe upset the Dolphins. What do you think?
I think they can. I think they can. I agree.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Never mind. No, I'm sorry. I have to take. I can't do that. I have to take the.
Yeah,
I have to take.
Dolphins.
I have
They're
to take the.
losing to Green Bay. They're losing to the Broncos, what we established earlier. We said they're losing to the Patriots. They're losing to the Bills. So by the bye week, they're 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 1-7. They're 1-8 at the bye week. The Jets are
Wait, they're 1 and what?
1-8 by the bye week. Is that?
Ooh,
I
feel like that's a little unrealistic.
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
feel like that's a little unrealistic. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't, you know.
Like they're bad, but they're not that bad.
Yeah. I feel like they could get a surprise win against the Ravens in week 1, or they can get a surprise win against the Dolphins in week 5. Like, one of those two, I feel like they get a surprise win. You know?
Yeah.
So, if you had to pick one,
Take back. Yeah, Jets beat Miami.
Alright. So, that makes it, what, 2-7 at the bye week, which is still, you know, but I would take that, you know?
Yeah.
I say, you know, we established Patriots are beating the Jets at Foxborough. I think the Jets beat the Bears at home. You think?
I like Justin Fields, but he just like has such a bad system with around. I think the Jets have to beat him. Yeah.
I think the Vikings pick up a win against the Jets in Minnesota. When you agree.
Yeah.
And Bills are beating Jets in Buffalo. I think the Jets beat the Lions, though, at home. I think that happens. You know?
They beat who?
The Lions.
That'll be a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit wins. I think Detroit wins.
You think Detroit
might be
wins?
crazy. I think Detroit
Really?
wins.
Jared Goff? Really?
You don't know. No. Look, Jared Goff isn't that good. Let's be honest, but he's not really bad though. You have to admit. We make jokes about him, but he's not that bad.
I think the Jets definitely beat the Jags on Thursday night primetime at home. It's going to be a close game like the Lions, but I think they beat one other bad team this season. You know?
Yeah.
Do the Jets beat... I feel like the Jets beat the Seahawks even in Seattle, though, too. Right?
Yeah, I think the Jets can beat Seattle.
And then, but I feel like they're losing to Miami. They're losing to the Dolphins in Week 18 in Miami.
My AirPods are about to die, Gavin.
Oh, you may have to use your normal phone audio.
Yeah, I might just put some other headphones on or something.
So do you think, I don't know, that seems a little low. 5-12 for the Jets? Is that a little low?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Alright. Dolphins. I feel like we've done the Dolphins a little dirty so far. They're so far, in all the games they've appeared in, 1-6. You know? We'll just see how it goes. We said they're losing to the Patriots at home. Ooh, do they beat Baltimore in Baltimore? Does that shenanigans happen? I feel like it does. I feel like they get it together a little bit by week 2, and I think they beat Baltimore, honestly. Like, that DB core ain't the greatest in Baltimore, so I think they get the dub. What do you think?
I agree with you. I'll agree.
We said they lose to the Bills at home. I feel like they lose to the Bengals in Cincinnati on Thursday night primetime. You agree?
Yeah.
They lose to the Jets in New York. I feel like they get an upset win against Minnesota. And maybe not call it an upset, but a good win. You know?
You really think so?
Yeah, and they're at home. So, I really do think Dolphins beat Vikings. I think the Jets may even be a wake-up game for them, and they bounce back real hard. You know?
I don't know. I have to take Minnesota.
You really think of taking Minnesota and Miami? You gotta think Minnesota,
Yeah,
the players in
they have
Minnesota,
they
like
have
you gotta
such a
think,
good.
like a lot of Minnesota players may not be used to the heat in Miami too, because they play in an
But you,
indoor stadium and it's in Minnesota.
but you gotta think, dude. Like Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins is not the best, but I think he's reliable somewhat. Their defense
Yeah,
is just so good, though.
yeah. I think the Dolphins beat the Steelers in Week 7 though.
Okay,
Ooh, I think they beat the Lions in Week 8. You know,
I agree. I agree.
I think they beat the Bears on Week 9. You know,
Beat
you
the
agree?
Bears.
Yeah, Bears.
I'll agree with you too.
And I think they beat the Browns in Week 10. Deshaun Watson's still going to be suspended, and they're at home, and the Browns are coming off a bye week. I think Dolphins get the win.
I think so too.
So I
Yeah.
think the Dolphins, realistically, after their loss to the Vikings, go on a 4-game winning streak till their bye week. You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's unrealistic.
I even think after their bye week, they beat the Texans at home. I feel like that's something that legit happens, you know?
They don't have too bad of a schedule.
No. Ooh, do they lose to the Niners in San Francisco now in Week 13? That's the question.
Do they lose to the Niners?
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that D-line is going to give them trouble. Let's be honest.
Then we said they're losing to the Chargers. They're losing to the Bills. I think they beat Green Bay if they're at home, like they are. You know?
Yeah, I think people will. I think would it really be called an upset?
No. We said they're losing to the Patriots in Foxborough. Then in Week 18, they're coming back and beating the Jets at home. Do you really think the Dolphins are only going 8-9? You know?
I feel like they would have at least 9-8. I
So
think. I don't know.
what loss do we change then?
I'm not really sure.
I mean, probably my favorites to change would probably be it would probably either have to be Patriots or Niners would be one of my changes, I think. I think they beat one of those teams. So what do you think it's going to be?
I think it would be the Patriots. I don't think they can
Because
beat the
yeah,
Niners.
it's the opener, and they're at home. You think?
Yeah, I think it would have
So
to be
that
the
makes
Patriots.
that lowers the Patriots record to 10-7, which I feel like is a reasonable record. You know,
Yeah, it's still reasonable.
and that ups the Dolphins to a 9-8 record. So what we have in the AFC East is Bills winning the division at 15-2, Patriots at 10-7, Dolphins at 9-8, and Jets at 5-12. Feel like that's fair?
I think it is.
All right, it's time. All right, let's go AFC North. Let's start with the Cincinnati Bengals, who we've had going 4-1 so far. You know?
Yeah. All right.
I feel like they beat the Steelers in the opener. You agree?
Yeah.
Do the see, this is my Cowboys pride coming out. Do the Cowboys upset them in Week 2 in Dallas?
Bro, it's hard because it depends on how well the offense is, in my opinion.
Yeah, it depends on that Cowboys offense, how they function without Amari Cooper, I think. But I kind of just want to say Cowboys beat Cincinnati and a surprise win. You know? Is that crazy?
I don't see the Cowboys winning.
Yeah, I giving it to the Bengals. We said the Bengals are beating Jets. The Bengals are beating Dolphins. Does Baltimore get an upset over the Bengals in Baltimore? I don't think they do.
Do they get an upset against the Ravens? The Ravens win? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying the Ravens win an upset. I just don't think it's going to
No.
happen.
No.
Now, I do think the Saints could possibly upset the Bengals in New Orleans. That's possible, in my opinion. You know? I feel like that's very probable, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think?
It could happen, but I don't know if I can give it to the Saints right now.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Bengals. Bengals are beating the Falcons. Bengals are beating the Browns. I think we can agree on that. Bengals are beating the Panthers in Cincinnati. I think we can agree on that. Right?
Yeah.
But are the Bengals starting 9-0 before their bye week? Can we really say that?
I don't think it's that unrealistic, to be honest.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I kind of want to spice things up with the Steelers beating the Bengals in a huge upset in Pittsburgh. I kind of want to spice things up a bit, but I don't know if I can do that. You know?
And they might be. I mean, they are in Heinz Field, right?
Yeah. But I'm going to give it to the Bengals. You know?
I'd take the Steelers in an upset, but that's just me.
Whoa, okay. You know what? I agree with you, yeah. Do the Titans upset the Bengals that next week?
No, I don't think so. Actually, it depends on how they handle Derrick Henry,
Because
right?
it's in Tennessee. So. So do you think it happens?
No, I don't think so.
We said the Chiefs are beating the Bengals. Oh, what week does Deshaun Watson come back?
11th, right?
He comes out, I thought he had a 14-game suspension, didn't he?
I thought it was week 11.
I'm going to search it up. For 11 games, you're right. So by this point, Deshaun Watson's back for this matchup against the Bengals. Do we think the Browns pick up the win because they have Deshaun Watson?
No.
No. Yeah.
He hasn't played in over a year. And
That's
he
true.
played in the preseason and he was horrible.
Yeah. I think the Bucks beat the Bengals in Tampa Bay.
You think?
You feel like that's fair?
That'll be a good game to watch.
Yeah. I think that we said the Bengals beat the Bills. Now here's week 18. I just feel like the Bengals beat the Ravens at home. You know? In week 18. But they may be at this point, right? Before they get this win, right? They're already 13-3, so will they be resting and the Ravens get that upset? Or do you think they go ahead and win?
I think the Ravens could get that upset because they are resting.
So that means we're giving the Bengals 13-4?
I agree with that.
Next we have the Ravens. So far we've put them at 2-5. We said they beat the Jets. They lose to the Dolphins. They lose to the Patriots. They lose to the Bills. They lose to the Bengals. I think they beat the Giants, though, in week 6. You agree? I think they beat the Giants.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they beat the Browns in week 7. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they lose to the Bucks on Thursday night primetime. Ooh. Do we say they lose to the Saints on Monday night in New Orleans?
No.
You think they win that game? Really?
I think so. I think they'll be able to pull it out.
Okay. Bye week. Do they beat the Panthers off their bye week?
What do you think?
I'm giving Baker Mayfield the upset. I think. I'm going to give Baker the upset.
I'll see. I'll give Baker too. You know what, Gavin? Scratch that. Change the Saints to win. I actually think the Saints will win. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was now after thinking about it more. I think the Saints will win.
But I think the Ravens bounce back and beat the Jags in week 12.
Yeah, I think they will too.
We said the Broncos are beating them. Ooh, do the Steelers beat the Ravens at home? That's a question. It's in Pittsburgh.
I think so. Yeah. No, Steelers win.
They have Deshaun Watson back, but do you really see the Browns winning against the... I don't know.
No, I don't.
They're beating the Falcons as well in week 16. I think they bounce back against the Steelers and beat them week 17. You would agree?
Okay.
And... Did I not select a game somewhere? Oh, I didn't select that right. And then we said the Bengals we said the Ravens are getting that upset against the Bengals week 18. So that would make the Ravens 8-9. Are the Ravens really only going 8-9?
I don't see them. I don't see them doing any better than that.
Yeah, I think you got a point. Like, I think it's in the right range, but I thought they'd be 9-8, but maybe not. Steelers, we've had them going 3-6 so far. We've had them losing to the Bengals in the opener, losing to the Patriots. Do they beat the Browns week 3, or do the Browns get their first win on Thursday night primetime? I almost want to give it to the Browns, you know? What do you think?
I feel like the Steelers are just underrated.
That's true. Do you think they beat the Browns? Because this is also in Cleveland.
I think they can beat the Browns. I think
Cleveland?
they could. I think they could.
Okay, we said they're beating the Jets. We said they're losing to the Bills. I think the Bucks beat them in week 6. That's not even a question, is it?
No.
They're losing to the Dolphins. Ooh, do they upset the Eagles off the Eagles bye week, or do the Eagles hold it out?
I think the Eagles will beat them.
Okay, so then they have their bye week. I think the Saints beat the Steelers, especially if the Steelers off their bye week. You know?
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you.
We said the Steelers were somehow upsetting the Bengals. I think the Colts beat the Steelers in Indianapolis. I feel like that's a... Ooh. Who would you give this next up matchup to? Steelers or Falcons in Atlanta? And who knows? Desmond Ridder could even be playing at this point, so this is interesting.
I have to take the Steelers.
Yeah.
That's just me.
We said the Steelers are beating the Ravens. I think the Panthers beat the Steelers in Carolina in Week 15. You would agree?
Yes.
I think...
Wait, Gavin, are we just doing the AFC?
I was going to do the whole thing, but it depends on time.
All right.
We said the Raiders are beating the Steelers. I agree with that. We said the Ravens are beating the Steelers. I think the Browns beat the Steelers in Week 18. You know?
But you think the what?
I think the Browns are going to beat the Steelers in Week 18.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to have Deshaun Watson back, and Deshaun Watson's not looking great, but I think he can beat the Steelers. You know?
But they are playing in Heinz Field.
They are playing in Heinz Field, but you know?
You really think so?
I feel like they split 1-1 with the Browns. You know? And the Browns get that last dub. And I feel like 5-12 is a good record for a team with a rookie quarterback. You know.
Yeah.
Now we have the Browns, who are 1-10 so far. Have we? I don't feel like we've done them a little dirty though. I think they're just not good. You know.
The Browns.
They're losing.
You said the Browns aren't good?
Yeah.
It's crazy how when everybody saw that they got Deshaun Watson, they were just like, "Oh, the Browns are going to be so good," and then now it's just like, no.
I feel they're losing to Baker Mayfield in the opener. Baker's gonna get his revenge on that front office, I think. You know.
Mm-hmm.
We had them losing to the Jets, losing to the Steelers. I think they beat the Falcons in Week 4. I think they get an upset and beat the Falcons in Week 4.
You think? I'm sorry, I have to put on my other headphones. You think they can upset who?
The Falcons.
I think they could.
It's gonna be two really bad teams playing each other, so I think they win that game. You agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
We said they're losing to the Chargers, they're losing to the Patriots, they're losing to the Ravens, they're losing to the Bengals. Bye week, they're losing to the Dolphins, they're losing to the Bills. Bucks are beating them. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I think the Texans beat them in Houston.
Really?
Yeah, I mean Davis Mills is not a backup. Is not a bad QB. They got David or what's his name, Brandon Cooks at receiver. They have Rex Burkhead, the Plano legend. Like, I don't know. I feel like because it's in Houston, Texans are gonna get the win.
I'm taking
And
the Browns.
I mean, but I do have to think. This is when Deshaun Watson's gonna be back, though.
This is his first game.
His first game back is against Houston.
Yeah, I'm still taking the.
I'm still taking the Texans. I think.
No, I'm taking the Browns.
Oh, you're taking the Browns. Yeah,
Because
listen, Deshaun Watson's back. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson probably won't be that good in that game, but like you got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt
I feel
might
like
still
that
be
offense
there.
can carry Deshaun Watson. Yeah. We said they're losing to the Bengals. They're losing to the Ravens. I feel like they beat the Saints in Week 16. Is that crazy to say?
Beat the. I think the Saints win. Wait, are they playing in New Orleans or Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. I think Browns take it out.
I think Cleveland will win. Yeah.
I think they beat the Commanders in Week 17. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Commanders aren't any good. Carson Wentz, come on. Like, yes, they have Carson Wentz, Terry McLaurin, whatever his name, that really Gibson.
Antonio Gibson.
But like Carson Wentz ain't any good. He can't win football games. Come on. I'm giving that to the Browns.
I'll take the Browns. You do make.
And then we had
point.
the Browns beating the Steelers in Week 18. So the Browns go 5-12. I feel like that's fair. What?
You remember in like 2020 during COVID when the Commanders were kind of good towards the end of the season and then made got into the playoffs and almost beat the Bucks?
NFC East just sucked. They made the playoffs at 7-9.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know, but people were hyping them up and saying, "Ooh, next year could be even better," and then it was just like,
garbage.
No.
Garbage. Tyler Heineke got so overhyped. It was amazing.
It was.
Now, Tyler Heineke ain't bad, but he was overhyped.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. He just kind of got thrown into the spotlight.
Yeah. But, so basically, the AFC North turned out with Bengals going 13-4, Ravens 8-9, Steelers 8-12, and Browns 5-12, and Browns 5-12. You feel like that's good?
I don't think that's bad.
All right, time for the last AFC division. The AFC South, in recent years, has been the worst division in football besides the NFC East. All right. The Colts so far, they've been decent. That we've had them going 3-3 so far with the games they've appeared in. I feel like the Texans get an upset week 1 against them. Is that crazy to say?
Really, the Texans beat the Colts week 1.
It's in Houston, and it's gonna be Matt Ryan's first ever game in that Colts system. I just feel like the Texans did a surprise victory.
I gotta take the Colts.
Because I'm just I'm just worried about it's being Matt Ryan's first ever game in that system. That's what I'm worried about there.
I just think the defense will hold up for the Colts.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But it's up to you.
We'll take Colts. It's subject to change. I feel like Colts are beating the Jags absolutely in week 2, even in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
We had them upsetting the Chiefs in Indianapolis. We'll stick with it. I feel like they beat the Titans. I feel like the Titans are a team they may split with 1-1. But at home, they're beating the Titans in week 4. Agreed?
Yeah.
They're losing to the Broncos in Denver. That's what we said earlier. I feel like they're beating the Jags again, this time at home. You agree?
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you.
Do you think the Titans get the win at home against the Colts?
I think they'll pull it out at home. I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean they are coming off their bye week, but yeah. I think Colts are beating the Commanders. Or does Carson Wentz get a revenge game against Indianapolis? I don't think so. We said the Patriots are beating the Colts, the Raiders are beating the Colts. I feel like the Colts beat the Eagles in Indianapolis. You agree?
Yeah.
We said
I think the Raiders will pull that off, yeah.
We said they're beating the Steelers. Do the Cowboys get the upset in Dallas? I just feel like Micah Parsons and Marcus Lawrence may give the non-mobile Matt Ryan a tough time, honestly.
This might be my inner Cowboys fan coming out of me, but I can
I feel like I feel like it's just gonna be that pass rush that's gonna defeat that Colts. Because honestly, the Cowboys pass rush is underrated. The rest of the team's not that good, but their pass rush is amazing. You have to give Dallas that. Because you got DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons coming off the edge. So. Then the Colts have their bye. Here's a tricky game. Coming off the bye, who wins? Colts or the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota? I think the Vikings get the dub in Minnesota, especially if the Colts off the bye.
Yeah, I think because it's in Minnesota they'll get it. I think yeah.
We said the Colts are upsetting the Chargers. I think the Colts beat the Giants. And I think the Colts beat the Texans in week 18. Or do you think the Colts could be resting their starters? So do you think the Texans get the upset with Davis Mills? Do you think that's a possibility?
It could be.
Because the Texans have pieces here and there. I honestly think Davis Mills could be a reliable, Ryan Fitzpatrick type player in the future. That's my opinion on Davis Mills. He's just a good player to go out and sign and be a starter. He's just, not great, not flashy, but isn't a bad quarterback of any means. So, I don't know. I feel like the Texans may get an upset, especially if they're resting Matt Ryan and playing Sam Ehlinger. Listen. Ehlinger. Listen, my inner Texas would, be like, nah, Sam Ehlinger, top 10 QB in the league. No, but no. But especially if that happens, I see the Texans getting the win if they decide to rest. It just depends if they decide to rest their starters or not.
If they rest most of their starters, I'll take the Texans.
Yeah, I'm taking Texans. So Colts going 10-7, I feel like it's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's normal for them.
Now we got the Titans, who are so far 2-6. I feel like they're beating the Giants at home week 1. No question. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
They're losing to the Bills, they're losing to the Raiders, they're losing to the Colts. We established that. Do the Commanders win in Washington against the Titans, or do the Titans pull that one out? I feel like I'm gonna give that one
I
to the
take
Commanders.
Titans. I take Titans.
Titans, really?
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah. Then they have their bye week. We said they're gonna upset the Colts. Ooh, do the Texans upset the Titans in Houston?
Uh,
I don't know, but maybe.
I don't think so. You know how Derrick Henry is against the Texans.
Yeah. We said they're losing to the Chiefs. They're upsetting the Broncos. I feel like the Packers on Thursday night prime time are gonna put them down, even though I realistically see the Titans possibly winning that game. I don't know. You know. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say, then we said they're losing the Bengals. I say the Eagles are beating the Titans in Philly. Would you agree?
Yeah, because they're playing. Yeah. I think the Eagles would beat the Titans.
I'm saying Titans are beating Jags at home. They're losing to the Chargers. We said that earlier. They're beating the
Yeah, for
Texans
sure.
again. Ooh, do the Cowboys beat the Titans in Tennessee on Thursday night primetime at Week 17? I don't know. I'm torn between this because this is not even my inner Cowboy turning out because these are two teams who are just okay-ish or bad. That's kind of the situation of both these teams, so you know.
I don't know. I just feel like Derrick Henry will just kill us.
You don't think? I mean, yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons are more pass rushers. They're not really run D guys. Yeah, I say Titans get that win. But I think the Jags get the upset in Week 18 in Jacksonville. You want to bite me on that?
That's hard, to be honest. I'll agree with you just this time. Or just this time.
Yeah, but I think. Yeah, I think the Jags are getting that win.
Hey, Gavin, how many viewers are there right now?
Well, we had 2. We're down to 1. I think Michael may be staying around. I'm not sure.
All right.
All right, Jags. We have them going 2-8. It's a new head coach. It's reasonable. It's not a very good team. Commanders are beating them week 1, I think. You'd agree?
Yeah, I will.
We said Colts are beating them. Chargers are beating them. I think the Eagles are beating them, especially in Philly.
Yeah, for sure. I
I
think
think
they
the
will.
Jaguars
he'll get
beat the
that.
Texans, though, in Jacksonville. You know? I feel like that happens.
Beat the who in Jacksonville?
Texans.
Yeah.
We
I
said
think they
they're
will
losing
this
the
time.
Colts. I think they beat the Giants in Jacksonville. It's 2 really bad teams. I'm giving it to the Jaguars. I honestly think
Is that your inner fan coming
that's
out?
my inner second favorite team coming out. Like, listen, I'm gonna bring up a hot take. Trevor Lawrence is better than Daniel Jones. Hot take. Hot take. You know, just like Danny Dimes is really Danny Fumbles. Like, all Josh Allen has to do, you know, the pass rusher for the Jags, coming around the edge. All the Jags gotta do is put their hands on the ball when they go for a sack, and it's a turnover. So, you know. And again, that's my inner cowboy coming out, just roasting Daniel Jones
For no reason.
for no reason. It was totally unprovoked. But I honestly
Nothing
think the
even
Jags at home
happened.
beat the Giants.
I think the Jags will win against the Giants.
We said that they're losing to the Broncos. They're upsetting the Raiders. I don't remember doing that, but all right. They're losing to the Chiefs. Then it's their bye week. We said they're losing to the Ravens. I feel like they lose to Detroit. In Detroit. You know?
Really? You think so?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like these are two teams who are very similar in skill level, and Detroit just has the home field. So, I don't know. Do you really think the Jags are that much better than the Lions?
I'm taking Jags.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll go with it. We said they're losing to the Titans. See, listen, this is a matchup I'm ready to see. Week 15, Dallas Cowboys taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I think the Cowboys get the win. Yeah. I don't. No. We said
I just don't see the Jags beating the Cowboys.
We said they're losing to the Jags. I think the Texans beat the Jags in Houston in Week 17. You know? Would you agree with that? And then we have the Jaguars getting upset over the Titans in Week 18. That makes the Jags 5-12. I feel like that's decent for the Jags, you know?
Yeah.
Now we have the Texans, who so far we have them at 2-10. This is our last AFC team. We have the Colts beating them Week 1. Broncos are beating them. I feel like the Bears beat them in Week 3 in Chicago. What do you think?
I think it'll be a close one.
It's gonna be a close game, yeah.
I think the Texans will beat them.
You think the Texans?
Yeah, because they have Davis Mills, Brandon Cooks. I mean, who does Justin Fields have that's not injured? Is Darnell Mooney still? Is he good?
I think Mooney's good. They got Cole Kmet at tight end. They have Jenkins on the old line. Not old Jenkins, young Jenkins, because the old Jenkins signed with the Cowboys. So, you know, I don't know. I can see it going either way. I think it's going to be like a field goal game or something. You know?
Yeah, like whoever has the ball.
Yeah. So are we going Texans or Bears? Or do we spice it up and go tie?
We can go tie if you want.
I honestly want to go tie. Just do it with one game for the Beams, you know?
Might as well.
We had the Chargers beating Texans, Jags beating Texans, then the bye, Raiders beating Texans, Titans beating Texans. Do the Texans get an upset over the Eagles on Thursday night primetime in Houston?
Against the Eagles?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
I think the Giants are going to beat the Texans in Week 10 in New York. I think, even though the Giants are coming off their bye week, I think the Texans have a shot. But I don't think it's happening. You agree?
No, I don't think so.
Do the Texans upset the Commanders at home in Houston in Week 11? Or do you think the Commanders take care of the Texans?
I think the Commanders will get them. I don't see the Texans.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't see the Texans winning that game.
Yeah.
Dude, the Texans are just bad, bro.
Yeah. We had them losing to the Dolphins, losing to the Browns. Cowboys are going to beat the Texans, especially in Dallas. We had them losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Titans. We had them beating the Jags, and we had them getting an upset over the Colts to end the season out. Are the Texans really only going 2-14-1? Is that a little low?
Maybe by like 1 or 2 games.
So what game do we have the Colts change? No,
They might get an upset. You
think they upset the Colts somehow?
Not the Colts.
They
upset.
Maybe they beat the Bears instead of tie with the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. That moves them to 3-14. I don't know. Do they upset the Titans in Houston? I feel like it would
I
have to
just
be.
don't see
I
them
think it
beating
would
the
have to
Titans.
be Titans or Commanders they somehow beat if they're gonna win one more. You know?
Yeah.
You think they somehow beat any of those teams or no?
I don't know. It's hard, bro. I don't see them losing that much, but it's like at the same time, the way their schedule is, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I kind of want to say, well, I kind of because crazy things can happen with division rivals. I almost want to give Houston that win over the Titans when they're in Houston. I almost want to give it to them.
I just don't see it, bro.
Yeah. You want to leave them at 3-14?
Yeah, I think so.
So in the AFC South, we have the Colts going 10-7, Titans going 8-9, Jags going 5-12, and the Texans going 3-14.
Okay.
So basically, your playoff teams would be Bills would have the number 1 seed, Bengals would have the number 2 seed, the Broncos would have the number 3 seed, the Chargers would have the number 5 seed, the Raiders would have the number 6 seed, and the Patriots would have the number 7 seed. Meaning, we would have 3 AFC West teams making the playoffs. I feel like that's realistic with how good that division is.
Yeah.
Chiefs, I feel bad. Chiefs are the only team to miss out from the AFC West. All right, you ready to move on to the NFC?
Nah, can we do the NFC like tomorrow?
Yeah, like a part 2. I don't know if
Yeah,
it'll be
like a
tomorrow.
half
I
and
don't
half.
know. I just know we have to get it done. It may
Yeah.
not be able to do tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know how Wednesday's going to turn out,
Yeah. Just let me know if you can. I should be able to. I don't think I'll have anything coming up.
I don't know. Do you maybe want to maybe do this like later in the day too?
We'll see. I still
Yeah.
gotta make sure everything is ready for tomorrow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, how do we end this?
Podcast.
How do we end this? Like, what do we say?
I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll go. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the first ever episode of the What Happened podcast. We're gonna be talking about many different stuff over the course of the season. We're maybe even having power rankings when the season starts, so stay tuned for that. And really, on you guys on YouTube, just tell me if you guys enjoy the podcast, if you think it should get its own channel, or see what happens with it. I guess me and Liam, I think we had a good time with this podcast, didn't we? For this first episode. No.
Yeah, I think it was good. It was kind of all over the place, but I think it was good.
I mean, I think the first couple episodes are always gonna be all over the place, But
Yeah.
I just hope you guys enjoyed. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. Hit that like button, turn on notifications when we post our new podcast or any of my videos. And please, if you're on Twitch listening to this podcast live and you have not already, please click that follow button. Please, I need to make money. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I just really enjoy doing this. So, yeah, I guess we don't know when we'll see you guys next. But make sure to turn on notifications for everything. Yeah, it'll be soon. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss if you want to check out our podcast live. And yeah, I guess we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.